The unseen melody. The air above the ancient coppice hung heavy with the scent of damp earth and burgeoning green. A sliver of the moon, barely visible through the canopy, cast faint, shifting shadows on the forest floor. It was in this hush, just as the last amber glow of sunset faded, that Lyra emerged. She was small, no bigger than a wren, her feathers a modest palette of browns blending seamlessly with the undergrowth. Her unassuming appearance belied the power held within her tiny throat. Lyra had arrived in the English woodland barely a week ago, a journey of thousands of miles from the distant lands of Africa. The drive to sing, to claim her territory and attract a mate, was an undeniable current through her very being. But tonight there was a tremor in her resolve. A new sound had begun to ripple through the copse in recent nights. A song so pure, so intricate, it made even the established males falter. It was the song of another. She perched on a low branch hidden among the leaves, listening. The melody began a tentative rising trill, then bloomed into a cascade of notes, each one distinct and perfect. It swelled, dipped, soared again, a complex tapestry of whistles, gurgles, and rapid-fire repetitions. It was utterly breathtaking. Lyra felt a pang of something akin to despair. How could her own song, however heartfelt, ever compete with such brilliance? For 2 nights she remained silent, a mere shadow in the twilight, a listener. The other nightingales, too, seemed subdued by the newcomer's artistry. But on the 3rd night, as the alien song reached its crescendo, something shifted within Lyra. It wasn't envy, but a strange, fierce inspiration. The beauty of the other's voice didn't diminish her own desire to sing, it ignited it. She took a deep breath, or what passed for one in her tiny frame, and opened her beak. Her first notes were hesitant, a trembling whisper in the vastness of the night. But then, as if freed by the very act, her own unique song began to unfurl. It wasn't the same as the others. Hers had a different cadence, a raw, untamed quality perhaps, but also a profound depth, a story woven into every rising and falling phrase. She poured her journey into it. The vast desert winds, the perilous sea crossings, the longing for this cool green haven. The dominant song paused just for a beat. Then remarkably it began again, but this time it seemed to respond to Lyra's notes. A duet unfolded in the dark, an unspoken conversation between 2 unseen artists. Her song was met, answered, and then gently echoed by the other, weaving a new, richer melody that drifted through the trees, a beacon in the cool night. By dawn the copse was quiet once more, bathed in the soft morning light. Lyra, exhausted but exhilarated, settled deeper into her roost. She knew now that the most captivating song wasn't about being the loudest or the most perfect. It was about being true, about finding your own voice, and perhaps about finding another who understood the language of your soul, even in the deepest night. The unseen melody of the nightingale had found its harmony.